Hello and welcome to Hornbill TV's Prime at 9. I'm Naomi Gigon and these are the headlines. India's COVID graph continued to show an upward curve as the country reported 2.71 lakh cases today. As many as 314 people have died of COVID during the past 24-hour period, according to the Health Ministry. 2.71 lakh new COVID cases in India has been reported. Haridwar police arrested priest Yeti Narsingh Kanand for allegedly inflammatory speeches at Haridwar Dharm Sansad. This is the second arrest in the case after Wasim Rizvi. Ahead of the Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections, former IPS officer Asim Arun joined Party Chanda Party in Lucknow. Arun said, BJP gave me a suggestion to choose politics to do more social work. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant on Sunday left for Delhi. Sawant is likely to hold a meeting with BJP National President JB Nadda and finalize the list of candidates. Now for the news in details. After witnessing a drop in COVID-19 cases for the past few months, Dimapur district alone for the past 1 week reported 88% of all cases. With Dimapur district witnessing a rise in COVID-19 cases, Deputy Commissioner Dimapur Rajesh Sondara-Rajan, who is also the chairman of the District Task Force for COVID-19, has affirmed that with the support and cooperation rendered by all stakeholders, Dimapur was ready for facing any eventuality in the district as far as COVID-19 was concerned. We have a reporter who took a train journey arrived just now at Dimapur train station. Let's speak to him and ask of the ground reality of the train station. Hello Aduna, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Okay, thank you for joining me. And can you please tell us by which train you came and what time you reached Dimapur?
Okay, at first we at Kuala Lumpur at very concerned about this a learning situation we are facing now. I think in Manam we adi Guwahati the BG Express Intercity BG Express 15665 into Guwahati ba adi we pujoba yade Dimapur de position. So adi yate punchado we 7:55 p.m. around 7:55 p.m. around 8 p.m. mojote we China yade Dimapur station the position. So seeing the conditions, the situations, and then it is surveillance and maybe monitoring team can do. It will come up with establishing constant situation become
Okay, Aduna, as per the SOBs, do travelers can la negative report can do strictly check na screen can be curious na nai?
Si, muan itu jakalesor ya kira kuan na itu muan la deputy commissioner Dimapur district deputy commissioner berani kaya si Dimapur itu any eventuality COVID eventuality kasi kile itu state schedule calendar kasi kisi. Only bi aji rati 8 p.m. aji rati itu busy expect yade Dimapur te pucha pichi de itu ground reality mui ekla mui di September so na Guwahati ba yade Dimapur de ahina to la ground reality yade train station the Prishina it is surveillance team monitoring team itu kan district task force kam kura laga saat establish alarming ase kile mane yade train station de puncha lobot yade ku surveillance team monitoring team ni police personnel kan di passengers kan ke study COVID vaccination certificate check rana aro negative report test kan di iku check rana itu la noi kumba mano passengers kan do itu mask na lagai na ini ulah di iku checking na so moi maybe itu passengers Guwahati ga ahanis na moi di ilaise so entrance gate te ekta police personnel sai ke maiki so moi tage tai kharap huina iku check na kuri iku na ko so itu ni moi itu police personnel ke question madam itu apni kan itu COVID test certificate maybe negative certificate kan check kuriasna na tisle madam police personnel ki ikuna jadi check kurana ko aje to ata ঠিক আছে ina hoina tate ekta surveillance team itu entrance la otore takan rakina to tate division ekla tagise to mu encourage kuise ki itu apni gan pela itu apni gan negative test aro covid certificate vaccination certificate kan to check karo to adikile check kurana gisle takan tu ita duty de agade division ekla to tajin tate boyegna tawuna na tate check kuro itu manpower kumja se itu na pare itu limite iku check na kurina ile dahule jase to itu busy express 2:30 PM right at Guwahati ka aina at 8 PM is not a punjese to tate hundreds of hundreds दूसरा असम रा अलग अलग स्टेट का आला तो am one among them maybe tate Guwahati ke daina wapas ala तो इनका सिचुएशन में is it really the Dimapur district task force can itu really itu tahan itu eventually COVID eventually इनका लगा था आमी से पहले ताकन itu क्लिक करूँ पारो ना itu सब किसी दांगो क्वेश्चन आते आज लगा गांव सिचुएशन साइ करते तो इनका स्पेशली ट्रेन स्टेशन में इनका सीरियसली चेक करना चाहिए कि क्या होगा बदर मार्केट वाले मार्क्स लगा भी कोई तो लेकिन बाहर आउट ऑफ स्टेट बाहर से कंट्रा आहा मामू काम के कोविड सर्टिफिकेट वैक्सीनेशन सर्टिफिकेट तक भी चेक करना है लेकिन सर्टिफिकेट भी चेक करना है मार्क्स तक भी लगाना है तक भी चेक करना है तो इट्स अ very big concern.
Okay, Aduna, thank you so much. Mohangi join Gurina details can share kuri diagne. And to talk more on this, I'm being joined by our assistant editor Bidosu, live from the newsroom. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining me. And moving on with the question, with an alarming rise in COVID-19 cases in Nagaland in the past 1 week, we've seen that Dimapur is a hub for the rise in COVID-19 with more cases being reported. And like we have heard just now from our reporter, Atuna, he has given us the ground reality, how it is there. And on the contrary, DC Dimapur has said that Dimapur is ready to face any eventuality against COVID-19. So do you think this is practical, sir?
Well, see, no country or or a state anywhere could 100% successfully implement or contain the COVID situation in the last 2021 or 2020, where we face a very massive pandemic throughout the world. So Dimapur being a commercial hub, and of course in other hand we can say COVID hub as for Nagaland, because Dimapur being a commercial hub has been largely populated and largely visited by outsiders. So of course DC Dimapur being a DTF head, district task force head, and also being a head of the administration, he definitely knows the situation. So he must have some ground reality or ground situation where he knows that we have enough facilities, or we have enough we have prepared very well for any kind of eventuality that might arise in the near future. But however, as I said, no country or state could successfully implement 100% of contain 100% of a COVID situation. There we always had a kind of loopholes where we failed to implement. And concerning Dimapur in particular, because we have seen in last 2 years, especially in 2021 and 2020, where people suffered, business communities as well as normal public, and running shortage of oxygen and so and because we had such kind of situation in the past. But at the same time, it's good to know that DC himself saying we have enough facilities, or we are very well prepared for any kind of eventualities. It's really good, and it's really very much comforting to hear such kind of comments from administrative section. So I don't know if it is going to be 100% practical or not, but this is definitely a good thing to hear. Yeah.
And so, what kind of measures you think should Dimapur implement to contain the virus from spreading further?
See, there are many measures we have to implement to contain situation, COVID situation. After about 3 or 4 months of COVID breakup, we are again witnessing a massive surge of COVID-19 in a variant of Omicron. So, as a state, we have to seriously implement such measures, such as travelers needs to be thoroughly screened, their vaccination certificate or their COVID report needs to be thoroughly screened and checked, and also Dimapur being a commercial hub, which has a road for both train and flight. So I think we need to check by road, and that comes from train, and also at the airport. Those inbound or incoming travelers, passengers needs to be thoroughly checked. The certificate needs to be screened, and then if there is any such as asymptomatic or if there is any suspect, they need to be home quarantined, or they need to be taken into consideration of by the administration, where they need to be treated. This is the first step that we, as a state or as a community, we need to make sure that incoming passengers are very thoroughly checked, they are thoroughly screened. And the second thing is mass vaccination. Vaccination is very important at this stage, regardless of age. The government has set some categories of age, where from 16 to 18 and above. So those who have not been vaccinated, the government needs to make sure that we have enough vaccines and we have enough manforce, that mass vaccination should take place. People should come forward and take vaccinations. Government should work on these things, and but at the same time, it is very disheartening to know that even at the school, where our principal director recently told us through telephonic conversation, where he said due to shortage of health workers, those vaccination which were to be carried in government schools could not carried out because of shortage of health workers. So this kind of things should not be there such as this situation. So government should make sure that we have enough manpower, and mass vaccination is very important at this crucial moment, because we are witnessing a COVID COVID getting surged day by day, and Dimapur being a commercial hub, we need to have a mass vaccination. So these are a few things, and then compulsory mask. This should not be just an order, but this should be an enforcement. Public should also be aware of situation and compulsorily wear masks whenever they go out. And also from the administration side, they should make sure that public wear masks. And if public are found without masks, they need to be penalized as per the law. So compulsory mask enforcement is very necessary at this moment, and strict implementation of SOPs. These are few factors and few measures the government needs to strictly implement to contain such situation at this moment. Yes.
Also, sir, do you think Nagaland and Dimapur in particular has enough facilities to contain the situation?
See, as per the comment of DC recently in our interview with HornbillTV, where he said Dimapur is well prepared and we are ready for any eventuality that might arise. So as I said, that is very good thing here, but I don't know how far it is practical. See, we always learn from our mistakes and from our past. So as I said, in 2020 and 2021, we learned a huge lesson. We learned that primary health is very essential for human being. And when we face COVID situation in last 2 years, there we got to know that we have a very weak healthcare in a state, especially in Dimapur, where we don't have a proper health facility. We have only 2 government-run hospitals, that is district hospital, and one is referral, which is CIHS. So government should have more proper healthcare facilities, healthcare centers in cities such as Dimapur, not just only in Dimapur, but in anywhere in the state. So healthcare facility is very much necessary for government to have to face this kind of situation. in the last 2 years we learned that we were running short of bed, we were running short of ICU, we were running short of oxygen. Even the most advanced states, cities, they were running short of beds, running short of ICUs and all. Here in Dimapur we don't have such available facilities. But as I said, the situation always gives us a lesson. So government must have, and of course we have seen them trying to implement such facilities, oxygen plants, and having extra bed facilities. So I think we should focus more on such things like as we learned lesson in last 2 years. So we need to have enough bed facilities, enough oxygen plants, and more importantly, there must be enough health workers, doctors, nurses, because in last year we see doctors and health workers, they were protesting for not being paid. So this kind of situation should not arise, and what we have learned in the last 2 years should not be repeated in this year. So I think government should solely focus on these measures and these factors, that we have enough facilities, enough oxygen, enough manpower at the moment. Yes.
Okay, sir. And if cases continue to increase, do you think the state will go on into another lockdown?
At the moment, Dimapur is in yellow category, is placed in yellow category, and which means we public should be more responsible, and health department should take more precautionary measures at the moment. But if the COVID numbers continue to surge up, then I think the only solution is the lockdown. See, lockdown alone itself does not contain, and it's not a solution, but it is definitely a helpful measures. So I think if COVID numbers continue to surge up, I think lockdown is the last ultimate option. But at this moment we don't have such situation yet, but in the near future, if this continue to carry on, then in a month or two, I think we might have to go through lockdown again. Yes.
Okay, sir, thank you so much. Now moving on to the next news. Flying squad team of Uttar Pradesh police on January 15 seized cash worth Rs 50 lakh from a car in Kanpur during checking ahead of assembly elections, said Deputy Commissioner of Police East Pramod Kumar Singh. According to the police, a car registered on Lucknow number was caught by the flying squad team from Chageri area police station. On the information of the flying squad team, the team of the Directorate of Income Tax Investigation reached the spot. DCP Singh investigation is underway.
थाने में उसने रामा देवी के पास में एक कार, स्कॉर्पियो कार आ रही थी। जब उसको रुकवाया और चेकिंग के लिए उसको चेक किया गया, तो उसमें एक व्यक्ति जो गाड़ी चला रहा था, उसका नाम आमीन राइन सन ऑफ शमीम राइन, जो रहने वाला थाना बजरिया उरई जनपद का है। और जब थाने का फोर्स भी वहाँ पहुँचा तो उसके पास से कुछ कैश की बरामदगी हुई। जब उसको थाने पे लेके जाया गया और काफ़ी पूछताछ की गई, तो पता चला है कि वो अभी तक जो उसने बताया है कि वो राज फ्रोजन प्रोडक्ट करके कोई कंपनी है, वहाँ से संबंधित है। जब चूँकि उसके द्वारा जब पैसा बताया गया और लगभग 50 लाख के आसपास, तो हमने इनकम टैक्स की जो टीम है उसको भी बुला लिया है और जो भी विधिवत कार्रवाई है वो की जा रही है। चूँकि अभी तक उनके द्वारा कोई संतोषजनक आंसर नहीं दिया गया है, तो जो इनकम टैक्स की टीम है और जो हमारी थाने की टीम है, जो पैसा है उसको हम लोग विधिवत तरीके से उसको।
Ahead of Republic Day celebrations, Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF personnel carried out patrolling in Samba sector of Jammu and Kashmir on January 16. The search operation started from area around Pasanda River at Bangtor and ended in the Regal village.
BOPs हैं और हमारी जो पुलिस की BOPs हैं उनके साथ पूरा संपर्क बनाए हुए हैं और उनको भी हम साथ में लेते हैं। जैसे आज जो ऑपरेशन हुआ है हमने चलाया है, उसमें CRPF और आर्मी और SOG सांबा जो है वो पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं और हमेशा हमारा उनके साथ एक लाइजन और कोऑर्डिनेशन रहता है ताकि सिक्योरिटी को और पुख्ता किया जा सके। जो एनिमी कंट्री हैं वो तो ये कोशिश करेंगे कि जो पीसफुल इन्वायरमेंट है उसको डिस्टर्ब किया जाए और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इन्फिल्ट्रेशन कराई जाए ताकि जो पीसफुल इन्वायरमेंट है उसको डिस्टर्ब किया जाए। बट हमारी ये कोशिश रहती है कि हम उसको विफल करें, इनइफेक्टिव करें। जो हमसे बन पड़ता है वो करते हैं और सिक्योरिटी को अपग्रेड करने के लिए जो है वो LRPs और शॉर्ट रेंज जो पेट्रोलिंग है वो हमारी चलती है, इंक्लूडिंग नाइट पेट्रोलिंग।
Ahead of the Goa Assembly elections, Aam Aadmi Party Arvind Kejriwal promised Rs 1,000 to every woman above 18 years of age if his party is voted in power in Goa. Mohalla clinics and hospitals will be opened in every village and district of Goa for better and free health care. Farming issues will be solved after discussing with the farmer community. The trading system will be streamlined and simplified, the AAP convener said. We will provide Rs 1,000 to every woman above 18 years of age. The tourism sector will be developed as per international standards. Goa will have 24/7 free electricity and water. Roads will be improved and free education will be given in all government schools, he further added.
सरकार बनेगी, ईमानदारी से सरकार चलाएंगे और बच्चों को रोजगार देंगे, सबको रोजगार देंगे। जिनको रोजगार नहीं मिलेगा उनको 3,000 रुपये महीना बेरोजगारी भत्ता मिलेगा। सारे प्रोसीजर्स को सिंप्लीफाई किया जाएगा एंड वी वांट ट्रेड एंड इंडस्ट्री टू फ्लरिश। गोवा पूरे देश में सबसे बेस्ट डेस्टिनेशन माना जाता है टूरिज्म के लिए। इसको टूरिज्म के पूरे सेक्टर को बहुत बढ़ाया जाएगा ताकि लोगों को जॉब्स मिल सकें एंड इट इज ऑलरेडी एन इंटरनेशनल डेस्टिनेशन। इसको इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से इसको डेवलप किया जाएगा। गोवा में भी 24 घंटे बिजली करेंगे, फ्री में बिजली करेंगे। पानी की बहुत ज्यादा समस्या है गोवा में, पानी की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व किया जाएगा। 24 घंटे पानी देंगे और फ्री में पानी देंगे।
Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan inspected the vaccination center of JB Hospital in Bhopal on January 16, the same day when India completed 1 year of COVID-19 vaccination drive. I'm proud that over 10.72 crore doses were inoculated in MP till January 15, including the first, second and precaution doses, said CM Shivraj.
और न केवल बनी बल्कि 16 जनवरी 2021 से लगना शुरू हो गई। मुझे कहते हुए गर्व है अपने मध्य प्रदेश में अब तक कुल मिला के 10 करोड़ 72 लाख डोज, अब तक मतलब 15 जनवरी 2022 को दोपहर के 3:30 बजे तक 10 करोड़ 72 लाख डोज लग चुके।
That's all we have for now. For more news, keep watching Hornbill TV.